emerge, emerge, emerge. Let's talk about the verb emerge. The word emerge is typically used as an intransitive verb, meaning it doesn't need a direct object to complete its meaning. In common usage, emerge usually means to come out or appear from something, often after being hidden or submerged. For example, you might say, the sun will emerge from behind the clouds, or, she emerged from her shell and started talking confidently. It can also imply that something is becoming more apparent or obvious. Like in the phrase, new trends and technologies are emerging in the tech industry. A special note about emerge is that it often implies a sense of progress or growth. Things emerge as they develop and become more defined. This nuance can be helpful to keep in mind when using this word to describe complex ideas or situations. Here are 3 examples of practical sentence usages for the word emerge. Along with their contexts, the word emerge can be used in a formal setting to describe a phenomenon that is becoming apparent. For instance, as the research data was analyzed, it became clear that a new species of plant would emerge from the previously unknown region. In this context, the speaker is using the word emerge to convey the idea that something previously unseen or unknown is now becoming visible and significant. This usage can be found in academic or scientific writing. In casual conversation, the word emerge can be used to describe a situation where someone's personality or skills are becoming apparent. For example, as we spent more time together, his sense of humor would really emerge and it was hilarious. Here, the speaker is using the word emerge to convey that someone's personality or traits are coming to the forefront in a social interaction. This usage can be found in everyday conversations among friends. In business or academic writing, the word emerge can also be used to describe a new market trend or a company's increasing success. For instance, after years of hard work and dedication, the startup began to emerge as a leader in its industry. In this context, the speaker is using the word emerge to convey that something previously unknown or hidden is now becoming visible and significant on a larger scale. This usage can be found in business reports, marketing materials, or academic papers. So you want to know about this word emerge, right? Well, think of it like something that comes out from being hidden or invisible. It's when an idea, a problem, or even a feeling starts to become noticeable and takes shape. Main characteristics are that it's like something is growing stronger or more clear over time, often in response to some kind of situation or challenge. It's similar to concepts like develop, grow, or come into view, all of which convey the idea that something new and important is becoming visible or taking form. And as for how it's used, emerge can describe a lot of things, like a theme in writing or art, a solution to a difficult problem, or even just your own personal insight or understanding of yourself or the world around you. Basically, anything that starts to take shape and becomes more clear over time. Error, error, error. The word error is a very useful term to know in English. As a noun, it refers to a mistake or incorrect information that leads to an undesirable outcome. In common usage, we often use error to talk about mistakes made in calculations, typing, or other tasks where precision is crucial. For example, if you enter the wrong password 3 times and your phone gets locked, it's said that you've entered an error code. It's also used in technical contexts, such as software programming, where errors can cause bugs or system crashes. What's interesting to note is that error can be both positive and negative depending on the context, while we try to avoid errors in everyday life. In fields like science and research, errors are actually seen as opportunities for learning and improvement. Here are 3 practical example sentences using the word error with their respective contexts. I was discussing the new software update with my colleague and mentioned that we had encountered an error in the code, which required immediate attention to prevent further complications. In casual conversation, a friend might say, "I made an error on my exam." I thought the question asked for a multiple choice answer, but it was actually short answer. This usage is informal and conversational, often used to express frustration or disappointment. In a business or academic setting, a manager or professor might state, "The team will review and revise the report to correct the statistical error that skewed our results and led to an incorrect conclusion." So you want to know about that thing that happens when someone says something but it's actually not quite right? Well, let me explain. When people communicate, they often make small mistakes with words, grammar, or pronunciation. This can happen when we're speaking a language that's not our native one. And it's completely normal. The main characteristic of this thing is that it occurs when someone provides information that's actually incorrect or misleading. It's similar to the concept of mistranslation or misunderstanding. But in this case, it's more about the actual language itself being off. In terms of what it does or how it's used, well, it can happen in all sorts of situations. When someone is learning a new language, when we're talking to people who might not speak our native tongue, or even just when we're typing away on our phones and make a quick typo. It's really nothing to be too worried about, but rather an opportunity for us to learn and improve our communication skills. Ethnic. 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 So, let's break down the word ethnic. As a noun, it refers to people of a particular culture, nationality, or racial background. For example, the ethnic communities in this city are very diverse and vibrant. In its adjective form, ethnic describes something that belongs to or is characteristic of a particular culture or group of people, such as this African ethnic music is fascinating to listen to. Common usage includes describing food, clothing, art, or traditions that are unique to an ethnic group. However, it's worth noting that the term can sometimes be used to stereotype or oversimplify complex cultural identities, so it's essential to use it thoughtfully and respectfully in context. Here are 3 practical example sentences using the word ethnic with varying contexts. In a formal setting such as a university lecture on cultural diversity, you might say, "The professor emphasized the importance of understanding and appreciating the ethnic traditions and customs that shape our global community." This sentence uses ethnic to refer to the shared cultural practices and identity of a group of people. In a casual conversation with friends at a coffee shop discussing their recent travels, someone might say, "I loved trying all the different ethnic foods when I was in Europe. The Polish pierogi were my favorite." Here, ethnic is used informally to refer to food that originates from a particular cultural group or region. In a business meeting discussing potential new markets for a company's products, you might say, "We should consider targeting ethnic communities with our new line of organic skincare products, given the growing demand for natural and sustainable beauty solutions." In this example, ethnic is used in a more technical sense to refer to demographic groups defined by their cultural or national identity. So you're trying to learn about this concept that refers to the customs, languages, and traditions of different groups of people who share a common ancestry or heritage. In essence, it's all about the unique ways in which people from various backgrounds live their lives. Think of it like a cultural identity that's passed down through generations, influencing how people celebrate special occasions, eat certain foods, speak specific languages, and even decorate their homes. It's closely related to concepts like nationality or heritage, but more focused on the intangible aspects of being part of a particular community. You'll often hear this term used in contexts where people are celebrating their cultural roots or exploring how different customs have shaped societies throughout history.